Blue sky and some clouds. It looked like it's gonna be a nice day here in the Pyrenees. And few clouds and blue skies were also part of the scenario which played in my mind after I had decided to take my boyhood dream seriously and do something about it. You know, that dream about spending a summer flying a Cessna 170 across the US, camping under the wing? Well, the few clouds represented that I had no experience whatsoever in finding, buying, operating, and maintaining a plane in the US. And the blue sky was my vision of how this adventure would turn out. Hey, I'm Wolf. I'm a retired physicist and a glider and tailwheel pilot. Finding a suitable plane within my first and rather limited budget was on the top of my priority list, of course. So immediately I started browsing barnstormers and trader plane. And then I realized I really didn't know what to look for. A 170, of course, but what criteria should I use to select a suitable plane for my mission? Back to Google, back to read up more on pros and cons of different engines, of maintenance costs, of instruments, and all that. And I found other forums with a lot of good information and data, and trip reports about backcountry adventures in Idaho, in Montana, and even in Alaska. And they sure were fuel for my motivation to keep realizing my dream. The most important and most helpful forum was backcountrypilot.org. There I learned that there were actually other airplanes that might fit my mission. There was the younger sister of the 170, the 140, there was the big brother, the 180, there were different Piper models, there was the Stinson, there was an Aeronca sedan, and after all, there were different models of the 170 with endless list of modifications. A lot of information to digest. I learned a lot and I wanted to learn more. And in the end, I came back to the 170 because it seemed to fit what I envisioned my adventure to be the best. But I didn't only want to look at pictures, I wanted to see some airplanes in person. So I planned a trip to the US to visit Oshkosh for the first time, to see some of those planes, talk to their owners, and also use this trip to get a new medical and my tailwheel endorsement. And I got that in a Cessna 140, which was great because it taught me right there and then that this was not the plane I was looking for. And then, a couple of days before my return to Argentina, a reasonably nice 170 popped up on Barnstormers right around the corner in Wisconsin. Wow, I thought, what do I do now? I wasn't really prepared logistically or with the admin stuff to buy or own a plane. But I called the owner anyway a day after the ad had popped up. And he said, well, Wolf, you're number 2, but your chances are very slim because a potential buyer had already wired me a deposit and he plans to fly in commercially tomorrow to pick up the plane sight unseen. Wow, I said, I didn't know that those things go that rapidly, that the 170 was in that high a demand. And I realized that this would present a lot of challenges for my search and purchase of a 170 because I wasn't in the US. But I decided that I should not let this deter me from realizing my dream. So, if and how I found my 170 is the topic of the next video. Come back. Thanks for watching and see you next time.